Lonnie, we want to talk about Hawaii's housing crisis because the authors of Bill 46 here in Honolulu believe they have an idea. We've talked about this in the past. City Council Chair Tommy Waters is here to talk about Bill 46. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, so in a nutshell, this would basically tax anyone who has a vacant home on Oahu, and it's supposed to ease the housing crisis.
That's right. If you think about it, we have tens of thousands of our local residents leaving Hawaii every year. Homelessness seems to be getting seemingly worse every year. You know, myself, my family doesn't live here anymore. We're all born and raised here. All my siblings live on the mainland. So we have to do something. We're trying to build our way out of this, but when you have 34,000 plus homes sitting there empty, you want to try to fill those with local families.
All right, so this would tax property taxes, basically, if you do not live in your home for more than 6 months per year. So how would this work?
So really the idea is to try to target the absentee investor who is just here parking his money or her money here and leaving the home vacant, right? We don't want local families to suffer here. We understand that some families work really hard and have a beach home in Mokuleia or whatnot. So we took care of them after listening to the community. But my idea, and really following what Oakland is doing, you get in your property tax bill a questionnaire saying, we think your home may be vacant. However, if you can check off if it's rented or other exemptions, for example, if you're a caretaker for a loved one and you can't live in your home because you're caretaking for someone else, you would check that off and sign it on the bottom attesting that it's true and correct. To me, that's the best way to do it. But the fact of the matter is we want to make sure we get this right. So the city has hired Ernst & Young to do a study. Phase 1, they're going to find out exactly how many homes are vacant, and phase 2, tell us exactly how to implement it. That's just my idea, but we're going to do it right. We want to make sure we're protecting local families, so we're going to wait for that study to get done.
All right, so this study is going to take how long?
6 months.
6 months
Should
to do.
be done by June of 2025.
So is that, at that point, will you finish voting on this, or is that coming up before?
So phase 1 should be completed in the first part of the year, January, February, which tells us exactly how many homes are vacant. You know, they use the word, is the juice worth the squeeze, right? I thought that was very clever. But the fact of the matter is, they're going to tell us whether or not the tax is actually worth it. Are we going to actually make an impact?
So just explain to me this idea, just economically I'm thinking. So say I have a lot of money, which is not true, and I have a home here that is vacant for most of the year, and because of this tax, you think that I'm going to sell the home, and so that would mean that more local families will be able to live there, or that I would rent it to a local family?
That's
is that the idea?
That's
okay.
Exactly the idea. We want you to rent it. You know, be a part of our community.
Okay.
Don't just be an offshore investor. I call them an absentee investor.
For anyone who thinks this is an overreach of government, what do you say to them?
You know, we could sit on our hands and do nothing and hope the problem gets better, or we can be bold, innovative, and do what's right to protect our local families. And by the way, I just want to make clear, though, that we put a lot of exemptions in the bill to take care of local families. We're really trying to get the outside absentee investor to participate in Hawaii by renting it out to local people.
Okay, I'm sure a lot of people have opinions on this. We're out of time, but if you want to share your opinion, where should they go?
Go to our website, honolulucitycouncil.org, and you can type in testimony on the bill. It's going to come up next year, probably early next year, for third and final reading.
All right, Bill 46, Council Chair Tommy Waters, thanks for your time here today.
Aloha. Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back.